Well, the truck and I have arrived safely in New York. We're about to cross back into Connecticut. We're going to be picking up the Appalachian Trail, which is right behind us over here-ish. You can see the blaze. So here it goes. So I've made it to the New York section of the Appalachian Trail, right where it enters into Connecticut. And this is where I'm going to start my northward trek. Today I'm going to do about 8 miles and get myself to about 10-mile hill, which you can see right about there. And I will start chipping northward. It is the 6th of February. It's about 35 degrees, be up to 40. The wind's going to start gusting. And it's a beautiful day and not a lot of action on the trails. I've got my spikes, so it should be interesting. And here we go. So far I have the trail to myself. I'm not very far in, but it's absolutely gorgeous out today. As you can see, the trail leads me uphill. The wind's starting to kick in. The forest is alive with noises, and it's going to be a beautiful day. As luck would have it, I'm following 2 women, one on a set of small trekking skis and the other in snowshoes. And we're about the only people that have been on the trail all week. So there we go. Makes my stomping through the trail with my old lead feet a little easier. I'll be tripping and stumbling on the way back, that's for sure. One thing that has always fascinated me about New England are the stone walls. If you look closely as you drive through the countryside, there's miles and miles of these stone walls that were put up to mark land. And we cut right through it up into New England. Well, I've made it to the top of 10 Mile Mountain. It's a lot easier of a climb than I had suspected. Well, not easier. Whoa, sunshine. It's a little quicker, but that's okay. I'm going to a scenic outlook, and I'm about to have lunch, and off in the distance you can see New York mixing into Connecticut and bringing us right here back to 10 Mile Mountain. You can see the tracks of the 2 gals that are up ahead of me, thankfully breaking the snow up a bit. There's a good 8 inches. It fell earlier in the week. Some areas got up to 2 feet in the region. We have another one rolling in tomorrow for Super Bowl Sunday. We're looking at probably another 5 to 10 inches. And there's a couple queued up coming across the country. So that's good news for the snowmobilers, the snowplow drivers, the snowshoers, and children who love to make snowmen. So we're heading towards the lunch destination, which is the Housatonic Overlook, or the Hoosie as we used to call it as a child back in Wallingford, Connecticut. Here we go. As you saw, I went slightly off trail to make my dinner reservation, actually a lunch reservation. It's about noon time on February 6th. I have veered off the Appalachian Trail and I'm now headed to the overlooking the Housatonic River, and this is kind of nice. I'd like to take an old Buick station wagon off of this little lip right here at about 110 miles per hour. Boy, that would be one heck of a trip. Going to infinity, Thelma and Louise style. Until now, I'm going to sit down, enjoy the view, and have some lunch. Thanks for watching so far. I appreciate it. Lunch with a view. Well, lunch is over. I had my gourmet chicken wrap. I grilled the chicken. I have a crunchy fun mix, I call it. It's Brussels sprouts, cabbage, all ground up with a few other greens, whatever we can usually find, broccoli stems, good things like that. A little bit of cheese, a whole lot of mustard in a low carb wrap, and I just adore it. But here we are, Housatonic behind us, and in the next frame, trail up ahead. So here we go. I've got a little bit of an uphill for a while until I get back to the top. It's about a mile off the Appalachian Trail to get to this little overlook, and I will get there in no time. There's an alternate route I'm going to check out. It's all the same. It's just, you know, different, more of the sunny side of the mountain at the moment, which is I'm headed south. Ooh, I see something in there that looks like it has some claws to it. The footprints. You can see the wildlife doing their thing, crossing the trail, surviving out in the cold. God bless them. I don't know how they do it. Well, here I go. It's all uphill and then a whole lot of downhill. So the work is partially done, but does it really end? Well, here we are, 10 Mile Hill. Back up to the top of 10 Mile. Makes me feel like I should rap about mom's spaghetti. Hands are sweaty. Feet are covered, spikes are ready. We've got a really nice view coming up over here. This is a little pull off to a scenic overlook that, if I had to venture, is looking towards New York, and it is a simply lovely day out today. Sun shining. And the trails are empty. I have to take that back. The trails are almost empty. My trail companions started before me at the trailhead in New York, and one person had snowshoes on. I believe that was Anne, and then Shannon had the snow skis. I call them trekking skis. She was going along, and they were doing a fantastic job of packing down the trail. And I caught up with them just as I veered off to my lunch spot, and it sounds like they are involved in the Connecticut Appalachian Trail group, going around fixing the trails. They do a wonderful job. These trails are well maintained, and my favorite part is at the beginning of the trailhead they have a nice hearty stock of trail maps. So that's nice. That right there is worth a donation to help keep that going, and I certainly will be back in the spring to help out, do a little bushwhacking, because why not? So you can hear the wind blowing up above, but down the trail we're pretty still. I'm gonna say it's probably 40 degrees. The snow has definitely slacked out to the point where it's perfect snowball throwing weather. Snow is packable. Again, the children with the snowmen would be in their glory today. So we're walking in 35, 40 degree February Saturday afternoon conditions. And the big question is why? Why not just hang out and sit next to the fire? Well, for me, it's health. You gotta keep walking, I've always said. If you slow down and stop, they catch up to you, and that doesn't end well. So you gotta walk until you can't. And that's why I'm here. The goal is to keep going section by section north, up into the White Mountains, into Maine, and see where that takes me. It may take a couple of years, but that's okay. The plan is to be around for a long time. Got some work to do on this earth. Connecticut, you know that I'm walking across a series of little footbridges, I believe, that were built by an Eagle Scout. They do a lot of good, a lot of this type of activity, helping build up the trails and keep after them. So, tip of the hat to the Eagle Scouts and scouting in general. But we're winding to a close. We got about another 3/4 of a mile to get back to the trailhead where the truck is. You can see the ski tracks and the snowshoe tracks that I've been following for a good chunk of it, mixing with a few other people. But in the week since the snow, not even, there hasn't been a whole lot of traffic out here, except for little critters making their way the only way they know how. Like a modern day Robin Hood.